Is PopMart a sign of the end of times?
I think that's a rather extreme question, but let's get into it.
Hi guys, I'm Sajjad with the COD Courier,
Mhm.
and with me I have.
I am Ryley Salazar, and also with the COD Courier.
Today we're going to be talking about PopMart, its rise, its fall.
Fall?
No, not. I'm just messing.
I don't think there's a fall going on
Not
with
at
that.
all. No.
Uh-huh.
It's been pretty crazy. I don't know if you've seen, but have you noticed what people are now calling Labubus?
All those things, those little doohickeys,
No.
those little plushy gremlin things.
I kind of like them.
You like the Labubus?
I like them because they remind me of that movie that came out. I don't know if you know.
Gremlins,
Well,
1984.
Gremlins, but what's the later one with the monsters that like had sand in them and everything? It was
Where the
fun.
Wild Things Are, right?
That one.
Spike
It
Jonze,
was. I love
2011,
that
I think.
movie. I've never seen it, but I love the idea
It's
of
intense. I saw it as a kid,
Oh.
and it was one of the most horrific things I've ever
Mhm.
seen as a little 5-year-old. I think around the time, I don't remember how long ago it was, but I remember they were like ripping this dude's arms off, and then like sand was just gushing out like gore. It was the most horrific thing. I think as a little 5-year-old or however old I was, it was like absolutely horrifying. But no, I like the look of the Labubus. I think they're like nice, ugly little things. I like the aesthetic of the
Okay.
ugly creature things, you know. But it's just $15 for that.
20.
$20. You see, it's even more my point. It's
Hey.
so expensive, overpriced. You would not catch me buying one of those little collectible doohickey things. You know, if you get it, hey, that's your money. I'm not gonna judge you, but me personally, I waste my money a lot. I'm not spending all that on some sort of like gremlin plush thing.
I think you need to have love for the game. You need to know that it's all about the gamble.
How about the gamble?
Yeah, you know how much these like little guys resell for?
Huh.
I saw that one was like going off in I think eBay. Oh no, it was a private auction for $170,000.
Dude, for the thing?
Yeah, it
Dude,
was
I
like
feel
a
like you, I feel like you're just
collectible.
making numbers. I
No,
don't
no,
believe
no.
that.
They had like a cosmic, I think, some collection. It was called what are those little macaroons called? Macarons or something like
I have
that.
no idea.
It'll probably pop up right here.
Uh-huh.
You guys can take a look. But this one right here was going for I think $150 last week.
No shot.
Yeah, and it was just one of the classic collectible ones that was like 20. It was a surprise one. And honestly, you know, I feel like I'm really drawn to them because of the main factor that is I grew up with those little ball vending machine toys that you could get. And there was one at a mall near me when I was growing up that had small Pokemon figurines in there. And I was obsessed with Pokemon growing up. And I didn't know it, but also gambling. And, you know, two things connected. And there I was. I had spent all of my money there. I'd just walk in, buy as many as I could. And yeah, I had a whole collection of Pokemon that I forgot about two or 3 years later. But
You know, this reminds me of a video we did a little bit ago where our sports writer, Carlos Allen, visited the Fox Valley card show.
Oh,
You know, and they were reselling all sorts of crazy things. You know, they're reselling all these cards for crazy amounts too. I think Carlos got a sports card for about $474 because I remember it was $1 short.
what the hell?
But it's like these things, it's like collecting, I guess, and reselling has always been a thing that's been going on. But you know, the fascinating thing too, I think it's been evolving because at that card show, it wasn't just cards. I saw Labubus everywhere. You know, they had the whole boxes of like just like bulk Labubus, and it's like,
I mean,
and
you
they
gotta be
were,
careful. There's also Lafufus on in the market. You know
yeah,
what
I
those are?
heard they're like the bootleg ones, the fake ones, right? But it's like, who knows if this is Labubu, Lafufu, Lagugu, Lady Gaga. These things were reselling for crazy values, you know? So it's like there's clearly an appeal for this type of thing. I'm not buying it though. It's like a little plush toy. Like, what is this thing gonna serve me other than to look pretty?
I mean,
look pretty on my desk.
there's got to be love for the art too, though. I feel like they're such unique items.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there has to also be like some sort of fandom for it. Because I know that the original designer for them, he actually had this comic series, this manga, that he'd sort of worked on. No, sorry, it was actually a trilogy that he'd made up of these little guys called Labubus, and the trilogy was called The Monsters.
Mhm.
It was a Hong Kong-born artist, Kassing Lung, I believe. He moved to
Mhm.
Netherlands, and he was absolutely obsessed with like all these, mystical creatures of fairy tale.
Mhm.
And he actually fashioned these Labubus after like in the book, they're elves, like female
Okay.
elves, and they
They're
just
like
go about their
gremlin
shenanigans.
things. They're
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
they're
They
elves.
actually they have
Okay.
lore. They have lore.
They have lore.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're really cool. And he
Uh-huh.
tried to sell them earlier in 2015, I think,
Mhm.
after like his books had published, but it didn't do too well.
Mhm.
And then lo and behold, Labubu's here. Do you know how they got here?
How'd they get there?
PopMart 2019. Yep.
But you see, here's the thing. I have a bone to pick with PopMart. Okay?
What? No.
It's just so. This is such. I think it's just such a like. I can't even. I don't want to say waste of money because it's like one man's trash is another man's treasure. Like this is garbage to me. But also, I can't lie. I almost fell victim to their little schemes because they had this. I think it's called Bikini Bottom Friends. They had this box set of like the little they're like these SpongeBob fish, like the NPCs roaming around Bikini Bottom. I really wanted Fred Fish. That was my goat, Fred Fish. I needed Fred Fish the plushie. So I wanted to get one of those plushies, and I was waiting. Okay, I was like waiting for the thing to open, and when it finally did, it kicked me out of the website. And I tried getting back in, and it's like, sorry, our website's full. Sorry, the website's full. And when I finally got back in, I wasn't able to get my SpongeBob plushie. So that's why I got a bone to pick with PopMart.
I feel like it's always it's that thrill, you know. I'd kind of enjoy that, you know,
what
not
thrill
getting
I
it.
had? What thrill I had? The thrill of getting the SpongeBob toy, but I never got my Fred
Hey.
Fish. I want PopMart. I want my Fred Fish.
PopMart, sponsor us. PopMart.
Sponsor us. I want my Fred Fish. Where is he? Is that the My Leg guy? Am I thinking of the right fish? Am I getting my SpongeBob ball mixed up? But I want my Fred Fish. But yeah, no, with the Labubus, it's such a crazy thing. I think I was introduced to this last month. I saw these ugly little plush things. I was like, what the hell is this?
Oh.
Because like a lot of it, and I think it's so funny because I wonder if it's like a lot of this appeal is for like a lot of younger kids. Like I don't know about you, but we had Furbies. Those little like ugly bird things. I loved my Furby.
I always wanted one. I just never ended up getting one.
My Furby somehow got pregnant and had like 3 fur babies, whatever they're called.
Is that a thing they could do?
It is a thing on the app. They give birth and you play with the fur babies, and there's like all these mini games. I was a father of 3, like I had Furby babies. And
Okay.
But anyways, the point I'm making we had Furbies, which are these ugly bird things, but there's an aesthetic to them. Now the younger generation has Labubus, these ugly things. But at least the Furbies could do things. You could feed the Furby, pet the Furby, talk to the Furby. But the ironic thing is, I feel like from what I'm observing at least, a lot of older people are drawn to the Labubus more so than the younger kids are. So
I feel like nostalgia is definitely at play. 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
People yearn for the Furbies.
Yeah. Maybe.
I want grand fur babies. It's like Hasbro. We need an update on the Furby. Come on.
Maybe they should just do a collab. PopMart has the Labubus and the Furbies, and
that's the ultimate. That's a formula for that's moneymaker, right? Honestly, when they do that, I expect us to get a cut of the profits.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was our idea here.
This was our idea.
Sajjad, Ryley, Sajjad, us. Thank you, PopMart.
Thank you, PopMart. Thank you for the share of the profits. Looking forward to the collaboration.
But seriously, talking about profits, do you know how much just these have made for PopMart alone?
Probably a lot.
I mean,
probably a lot.
When they first released, they topped the toy sales that PopMart had ever made just within the first collection that released of all time. The first time they released. And so far, they've made around 40 billion for PopMart.
Jesus Christ.
It's flipping crazy.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Do you know how long the Labubus have been like a thing. I mean, now you talked about the comic and in 2019,
2019 is
but
when
it's
like Pop Mart actually like released
that's
them.
when PopMart started releasing the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Labubus. But I'm wondering why recently have these ugly gremlin things just been kicking off? You know, especially PopMart too. I see PopMarts everywhere now. You know, I
I
know they
feel
just
like that's a
recently
big
opened one
thing.
in Woodfield Mall. You know,
We should go.
the Woodfield.
I mean,
That's too far.
there's Oak Brook nearby too.
There's okay, fair enough. There's an Oak Brook that's
Should we go to
closer.
Oak Brook?
I kind of don't. Do I want to spend
I
money
think
on one of these
really
things?
I don't think you can have an opinion till you've tried it.
But how do these Labubu things even like? I mean, like, yeah, they got the boxes. I remember seeing the boxes at the card show, but it's like, how does this like? What is this like? Cards? Is this like a mystery pack, like with the cards?
It
Are like,
literally is. You're
like
gambling.
I don't, but like, I
So
don't understand. It's like the
my
okay.
love for the game is you buy a box, you don't know what's in it. There's a chance, I think, way lesser that you can get a secret surprise.
Okay.
That's not one of the listed items.
Secret surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it really is just like baseball cards or like collecting cards.
It's like gambling.
Okay, like investing. Like
It's
investing,
there
I
we
guess.
go. You know,
Yeah,
we're
that's,
done.
I got that term coined from, you know, shout out to Carlos Allen. Check
Mhm.
out our card show video.
You said
Yeah.
he spent $474 on a card.
Yeah, 470 on one card.
Crazy.
But the crazy thing
What was
is,
the card?
it's a
Wait.
something kaboom.
Wait. Let them find out.
Oh yeah, let
Mm.
them find. You gotta watch our video to find out.
So Riley, the crazy thing is like there's a gamble to it every time. You
Yeah.
don't know what you're gonna get, and there's a chance you can get something even better, something of some people might even say higher value.
I just feel
on the
this feels
resale
like
market.
a glorified Happy Meal toy. I collected the Kerwin Frost chicken nuggets till I got Kerwin Frost himself, and now he sits happily by my window, and I'll attach a picture right over here, right over me. Whoever's editing this, editor Sajjad, slap a picture over me of my Kerwin Frost McDonald's chicken nugget toy. But anyways, I guess.
But do you think you'll ever buy one of these mini
No. At least with the Happy Meal, I got the food. I bought the toy that came with the free
crazy.
food. You're never gonna catch me lacking. You're never gonna catch me with one of those things. Okay, so we went to PopMart, and for the sake of the video, we got things just for we got stuff for content. You know, it's like
Okay, we're here. We're finally here. We're gonna see if we can get ourselves a Labubu. Labubu? Anything. I'm good with anything. What about you, Riley?
Dude, I can't swear. Hold on. We should have a little censor over there.
What about you, Riley?
Dude, I messed up the angle. I was like filming your chest. Okay.
You know what? Here, get me right here.
Uh-huh.
What do you think we're gonna get, Riley?
Dude, I freaking hate those little things. Those little gremlin creatures.
Why are we here?
Because we gotta make this video. I'm accompanying you. It's like I'm your emotional support.
Okay, well, I hope we get something cool then. And
Yeah.
Honestly, Riley, why are we doing this video? I thought like
I was there for your emotion. I was there for you. It's emotional
like
support.
for like a lot. Let me get you in from the store.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave this part in, just so it's awkward.
Maybe we should make some space.
Sorry. Point at the Pop Mart.
Dude.
You know how much these cost? These are like $70.
Is this John Oakbrook?
Bro.
I love Oakbrook.
He has the bean next to him. I hope I get him. But are we buying these?
Dude, I don't know about you, but I want that. I love Labubu, but I want one of those little things.
Okay.
I need a Coke. I need a Coke every day.
What?
I need one of these things.
Look at these guys. What on earth? These are so cute. Really? Oh my god, what the hell? They're in mechs too. Okay, my mind might be changed. And this is like the classics. Damn, they're all out of stock.
Out of stock?
Yeah. That's so crazy. Okay, let's see what we can get. This is him. Is this him? Yeah.
John Labubu. Dude, Sajjad, I found it.
What?
Bro, it's John Oakbrook.
What the heck?
Dude, what are these doohickey things?
Cool.
What is
I think
this?
we should just get these instead of the Labubus now.
Dude, I said I said I wasn't gonna buy Labubu, but I said I did want to cop John Oakbrook.
Bro.
How much is this?
I'm also down. I think these are 20. I mean,
Is this the one with John Oakbrook?
read the collection. Is it Hirono Echo series? It's Echo.
This
There
might
he
be
is.
John Oakbrook.
There he is. Let's go, Ryley.
I think I might have to turn on my word now. I think I might have to cop. Dude,
Close the bag, Ryley.
after that.
We have secured the bag by losing our actual bag, which
Oh,
was.
dude, it's more John Oakbrooks.
I really hope we got John Oakbrook, which is really funny because we were supposed to get Labubus.
Uh-huh.
But hey, consumerism still, right?
You know, the crazy thing is, the crazy thing about this whole thing is that there's such a demand for these little ugly gremlin things that they're out of. They literally just had their new one today, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just had their new one recently,
Mm-hmm.
and they're already all out of stock. You know,
No.
it's like these things are so crazily in demand. In fact, you can't even purchase it from the store itself.
You
You
can't.
have to go online and order it from there and
Mhm.
to pick it up at the store, which I think is crazy, the demand these little gremlin plushie things have. You know, it's like this little toy, this ugly overpriced toy has everyone in the chokehold. And after buying one of these toys, another toy PopMart has, I think I might kind of get the hype. I don't know, like I'm hoping I got John Oakbrook, you know, but it's like
Explain to them who John Oakbrook is.
huh?
Explain to them who John Oakbrook
There's
is.
the guy from earlier. Look at the sign.
Right here.
That is not John Oakbrook. John Oakbrook's the one with the tire. Pull up the sign. Pull
Oh.
up the shot of the sign. Look, that's John Oakbrook right there. You know, I'm hoping I get my go John Oakbrook. I mean, but like, yeah, this I got this for like purely work.
So you bought
reasons,
it?
Yeah, for work, we're content creating right now. So it's like, you know,
Okay.
it's part of the job. You gotta get one of these things, you know. It's like, but I don't think I'd ever.
Sure enough.
I don't know about that.
Shall we get into the hand cam?
I think we should.
Okay, Ryley, tell us what we bought.
Okay, so we bought John Oakbrooks. I don't know what these
Okay.
things are.
Okay, you wanna
know,
open it up?
Let's pull it out. So
But yeah, we went
these-
there and they had a new collection. I think it
what
was
is
the
this? This looks
March
like,
selection or something.
in all seriousness, this thing looks like really rad. You know, it's like, I know I'm bashing on collecting these things, but I'm not bad. I'm not mad that I got this. You know, I think it's kind of, it was kind of, there's an artistic appeal to it. You know, Sajjad's getting up, he's showing that bad boy off. Ooh,
Oop.
look at that. But you know, it's kind of cool because when I saw each of these figures, it seemed that they told some sort of story to it. And I was like, whoa, collecting's more than just playing around with toys, but rather there's an art to these figures. And so I don't know exactly much about this stuff. Again, I was this emotional support guy. I was just tagging
Well,
along.
we did take a look at there's a little excerpt there that you guys saw with
I
us.
have pull up my iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Little baby boy's got his iPad. Little iPad kid over here. But I could search up more information. How do we get
Yeah,
into this
yeah. Go ahead. I'm
unboxing?
just gonna talk about it a little
Uh-huh.
bit. But yeah, we got the Hirono's Echo collection, and it was really interesting because we went in searching for Labubus, but unlike most of you what are the fans called? Labubu heads, Labubs.
Is that what Labubus?
I hope not. But yeah, we went searching for those, and we were informed that there's a collection that we could have booked online in the morning to purchase in store, and we actually saw someone pick something up at the counter for like pickup later in the day. But the selection, the collection that we wanted in Labubus came out last night. It released at like 9 p.m. That's when you could start booking it, and it was gone by the morning. So yeah, that's that. Instead, we got these really cool ones. I definitely am a little invested. Riley just genuinely wants John Oakbrook.
I do. I want.
How are
I
you gonna
want it.
react if you get John Oakbrook?
Probably I wouldn't really care that much, but it would be a nice addition to my little desk corner and all the little
Okay,
goodies
okay, I
there,
like that.
and on my wall, which will slap a picture of my wonderful wall over here. But
See,
yeah,
Riley, I'm scared. I'm scared that
you're scared
Yeah,
of
I feel
John
like
Oakbrook. What's wrong with
no,
John?
I'm
Huh?
scared I'll find something I like in this or don't like, and then I'm gonna like want it much more. Like I'll be like, hey, I need to buy more of these so I can
Dude,
get all of them.
that was me earlier. I was like, this is really cool. I kind of get the hype.
No, so we have a 1 in 12th chance of getting one of these 12 guys, and then there's a 1 in 144 chance to get a secret. Well, I don't even know what it looks like, but I'm super excited. Should we get into it, or
Yeah.
did you want to talk about
I did.
Lang?
I pulled up some info. This is on the PopMart World website.
Mm-hmm.
But Lang is a Chinese artist,
Hey.
and from what I'm reading here, he works with all sorts of medias, including, obviously making these figures, but he's also a painter and a sculptor. And also, it seems like he's also an animator as well.
That's really cool.
And the cool thing about Lang is that a lot of his work, according to PopMart World, it says that his work centers around the changeable nature of the concept of self. And so when I look through all these different themes of these, what are these called? The
Hironos?
Hironos, it's like it sort of feeds into what I was saying, where it's like there's a beautiful story behind each of these pieces.
Also, they're wonderfully artistic. Like
They
the
are.
art is wonderful. I mean, compared to Labubus that are like monotone.
We should hype these up.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Let's not
Gatekeep.
let's gatekeep.
Yo.
What is this thing called? Blur it out. Blur it
No,
out.
I'm pretty sure these are pretty big too. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen these around online as well.
But no,
Not
this
as
is,
much as Labubus.
this is genuinely like
Mm-hmm.
kind of a sweet, bittersweet work of art. I'm very drawn to. Like, I'm happy
Mhm.
I got this, and the artist definitely Lang deserves all the love, support, and
Mhm.
recognition he gets for creating something so genuinely beautiful. I mean, I
Mhm.
don't really glaze things like this too much, but it's like it's just I was genuinely connected to
Yeah, I
the,
can.
the figures I saw on display, and it's like
Mhm.
it's fascinating what these toys are and what they can do. Do I think though Labubus and whatever collector set Pop Mart has are worth the money they are? I still don't think so. I still think they're crazy overpriced.
Really?
Dude, $20 for a Happy Meal toy? Like, I'm not gonna get. Like, I don't think I'll get that. I'm not gonna knock anyone that collects it though, because I spend out. Look at this. I spend like look at how much I spent on this iPad. It's like I'm
Mhm.
not. I'm not like, I can't critique people on what they purchase,
Yeah.
but I just don't think it's a good. For me at least, I don't think it's a good purchase.
Is
I
it?
don't really get much out of it other than the nice little pretty thing I get to look at and appreciate for 2 hours and just put it away. With
Mm.
these, at least, it's like a nice little piece of art I
Mhm.
can have at my
Mhm.
although I guess it's making me hypocritical, because
No.
who's to say Labubus aren't a work of art? Maybe there's a deeper thematic thing to the Labubus I fail to see, but I'm still a big Labubu hater. I'm the D1 Labubu hater. So
Okay, I'm itching to unbox right now, Riley.
Okay. Enough yapping. Let's get into this.
I'm gonna zoom in for them so here we go, guys. This is me.
This is me. I can barely even see me. But look at this. Wait, look at this cool thing.
What the hell?
This is me. Ooh, ooh,
Mike, do it near the mic so the mic can hear it.
Oh. Ooh, wait, what the heck? Ah!
Ryley is having issues right now. Okay, that's enough.
I feel like a glorified Ryan's Toy Review. Dude, shout out to Ryan's Toy Review.
Okay, let's go.
What a guy.
Nice clean unboxing right here. Did you know the Labubus actually, I don't know, the Smiskies, there's so many out there now. They have like these funky ways you can open them by like squeezing the box and whatnot. I'm not trying to do all that. Should I do that? Oh, there we go.
You just squeeze it?
No, well, you have to like rip, there's a little thing, Ryley, here. There you go. Scooch in so they can see you unboxing it.
Oh.
Whoa. No, Ryley, those are very clean. Well, Riley's butchering his box entirely.
I can't find the thing. I can't find the screen. Am I on camera? Is this my arm?
That's
my arm. I have to get closer.
Just don't think about the screen. Think about being in this
What
area.
if I just...
Oh my god.
Oh, look at...
Oh.
Should I take it out? Look at this little thing. Let me take it out.
That's so cute.
What do we got here? Who is this? Is this John? Oh, it's another thing we have to open.
Well, I think there's like a little pamphlet at the bottom that reveals what it is.
Am I stupid? Oh,
I don't know what this
is. Another thing. My guy's like posed up. Or girl.
There it is.
I don't know what it is, but...
I think these are guys.
Bro's posed up.
Yo.
Hold up.
What's your piece called?
I can't read.
It's the dinosaur. His name is Eaton. Very cool.
Dude, that might be me. That was me earlier. I was eating big at...
Bro's 8.
I forgot what it's called. There's this place at the mall.
We should have actually revealed these after.
Should reveal them after.
Yeah.
We just spoiled ourselves.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey. Okay, we're gonna re-reveal it for them.
I have no idea. I don't even know what I got. That didn't happen. How do you open this? Oh. Whoa! Oh shit.
Yeah, no, Ryley, that's a wrapper.
Yo, look at this dude! Dude, look at that! That's awesome! Oh my god! Dude! Hold up, let me get closer. How does this
just
thing
point
work?
it at the camera,
I'm
Ryley.
trying, it's hard.
That's adorable.
Look at this little dude. This is John Cousin. That's the name I'm naming.
That's the name you're giving him?
Mm-hmm.
And then I got
dude, this is
pretty
awesome.
chill guy right here.
Oh, look at that!
Cute. Look at this.
Dude, this might be better than John Oakbrook. Can this be John of DuPage?
Oh my god. Let's go.
It's green. John COD.
Yep.
This is a Go Chaps. This is literally like, I guess if you look at the dinosaur a certain way, that's Chappie. Look, he's in Chappie. This is John COD. Look at that.
Put him up here and right next to him. We can have the card set up right here.
John!
Ryley. Here.
Okay.
That's what we unboxed. Yeah.
Look at those things. Dude, like this is like I'm drawn to here's the thing, it's just sort of it's kind of unfortunate in the sense if you think about it, because it's like if these things are now treated as collectibles, investments to be traded and collected for the investment of having a higher value essentially, but it's just like there's something so beautiful about this artistically. Maybe I'm giving it too much credit. I don't think I'm giving it enough credit actually.
It's just kind of upsetting that these are still, I guess, mass-produced toys.
It's just
it has high quality to it. I mean, look at this. Mine has like really small text on it that is actually legible, like text if you like have a magnifying glass. But still, it's something. These are really cool.
There's an art to these things, and
there's
an art that pulls this deep thematic message that sort of resonates with the what's the word, the person that ingests the art, and it kind of feels kind of bums me out that aspect to this whole Pop Mart thing is getting sort of overshadowed because of the need to collect, to invest, to resell. You know, I think it's like, I mean, call me a materialist if that's the right term for it, but there is a meaning to this, and it's like I think I understand the appeal, but maybe not in the same way everyone sees it. But
I feel like everyone is heading towards more so of a mass consumption
uh-huh.
perspective of it, whether it's in a critical sense or in the way that they are partaking in it,
Mhm.
where they are engorging themselves with like
Mhm.
too many of these. I mean, the only reason Labubus and the like do so well is because there's such a high demand, and we only landed these as artistic and wonderful as they are is because there wasn't as much demand. I mean, there were boxes and boxes
Yeah,
of
there were
these,
boxes of these things. The only
and
reason
you know,
we got
I feel
these
like a
is
big thing.
because you couldn't find a Labubu. I wasn't
No,
gonna get a Labubu, but I mean, like, I probably was. Let's be real. I
let's be
probably would
real.
have. But like, I only saw this because I thought the little dude at the front of the store looked funny,
Mm-hmm.
and he came from, I guess, this set. And I think it's kind of ironic that I came looking for trash, something to be in a video, just for content to be ingested and disposed of, and what I was left with is a genuinely remarkable work of art. I am too drawn to this thing, overshadowed. I mean, it's like, it's unfortunate that, it's sort of the artistry behind these figures. It's overshadowed by this mass consumption. But how did it get to be that way? Like,
Well,
what caused Pop Mart to become such a viral sensation it is now? You
initially,
know.
well, for one, the initial sale was just absolutely explosive. The fact
Uh
that
huh.
so many of them sold out was just, you could say chance, but I guess there were fans. Just, I feel like Labubus have a customizability aspect to them,
Mm-hmm.
where they come with like a little keychain, like a clip
Mm-hmm.
that you can put in your bag.
Mm-hmm.
So this aspect of like customizing, I mean, the same reason why
That
like
is true.
metallic pins and
Uh huh.
sell for like upwards of $75, $80
Mm-hmm.
and all of that. That's why these little guys don't do too well. I wish there was a little keychain I could attach to him. I'd carry him around all the
Mm-hmm.
time. He's chill as hell. But it was that, and then there was a lot of like artists and musicians out there. I think one of the earliest people who had them on was Dua Lipa,
Uh huh.
and she had them on one of her like looks or whatnot. Like she had a bunch of them in her bag, and since then it's just been like gaining more popularity and more popularity.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, the big 25,
Big 25.
the Boo Boo is the biggest thing there is, at least in the toy market.
I.
I mean, everyone wants one.
Mm-hmm.
My niece called me up the other day, and she was
Uh
like, "Hey, Sajjad, you send me
huh.
up with a little Boo Boo. How many can you get me? 10, 15?" I was like, "Bro, let me find one."
I'm gonna shout out our sports photographer. I know our sports photographer, Juan
Oh.
Doñez. Shout out to man John Photos. He was asking. He's like, I need a Labubu. I need one of those Labubu things. That's
Mm-hmm.
certainly in demand. And you brought up custom. Was it customizing, or what was it? What was the word you used?
Customizability.
Customizability. You brought that up, and I feel like a big thing with Gen Z is they love to customize things. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of I
Mm-hmm.
remember when I was in high school, they always had the big water bottles, but they'd like slap stickers everywhere. And our school issued Chromebooks, everyone always slapped stickers all over the
Mm-hmm.
Chromebooks. It's like we all like to customize our things. I love customizing my things, and I can't lie. I will admit this. The Labubus on the bags, not only does it add another sort of like layer of customizability to it, but there genuinely feels like there's a sense of luxury to it. Whenever I
Mm-hmm.
see these people walking around with these toys, I'm like, dude, they got some luxury toy. That was before I knew what
Mm-hmm.
Labubus were. There's something luxurious about these overpriced toys,
I
and
mean, to an extent,
shown off the
they
way they
aren't
were.
overpriced, but I feel like
I
as
still think
for
they are.
$20 for
Mhm.
on, I mean, it's a lot bigger than this. We paid 20 for this,
Yeah, we
and these are
did.
cool. Um,
I don't regret paying 20 on this though. I
the more
hope
I look at it, the more love I have for it.
me too. I'm so drawn to this emotion, especially
I feel kind of silly
with
buying it.
the what is this yarn spilling out
That's very
of
cute.
his little thing. It's so like
Yeah,
I don't
the
know.
Labubus tend to be, I feel like, a lot bigger in pictures, and I mean, we
Yeah.
saw them in store as well. Those were much
They
larger
they are a
than.
lot bigger than they
Mm-hmm.
seem. I thought they would be like this size, but
Yeah,
in person they're a lot bigger than they seem.
I'd pay
I wouldn't even
$19.50 for
pay. I
that.
still wouldn't pay that much.
No.
Because it's like literally a Happy Meal toy. I can't. You know.
Okay. Okay.
I kind of want to buy a Lafufu instead. You know.
Our
That's
next
just,
vlog, we buy as
buy-
many Labubus.
we buy Lafufus and we pit them at war against the Labubus.
Or we get Labubus off the black market.
Illegal Labubus.
We show you how to get Labubus easy.
Easy Labubus. I wanted a John Cena action figure when I was 8 years old, but it was $20 because it came with too many accessories, and my parents said no. And I was like, Mom, I want the John Cena. Mimi want the John Cena action figure. And I was like, I was having a fit at the Walmart because I wanted the John Cena action figure. And you know what? Years passed. I grew up. I no longer want the John Cena action figure.
Well, for Ryley's inner child and all of our inner childs, like, subscribe, make us some money. We're gonna get Ryley his Fred Fish and John Cena action figures.
Maybe I can heal the inner damage that's left because of the because of my deprivation to these
John
luxuries.
Cena? To
John Cena and Fred Fish.
Thank you so much for watching. To win your very own Hironi Echo. I guess we don't have any surplus ones. So win one of these. Go back, watch one of our older videos. Tell us what card Carlos got.
Tell us.
And
I don't remember. Please, I don't remember. Remind me.
And if you guess right, you have 50-50 chance of winning one of these. Depends on who's attached to theirs.
Leave a comment for sure. Subscribe, like the video, share it. Share it with your mama. So maybe your mama can comment and say what card Carlos got. Maybe your mama might win. You can be like, Mom, I want the toy, Mom. That's not your toy, Mom. You don't care. Give it to me, Mom. You can use your mom. Get that free toy.
But good luck. Thank you guys for watching.
It was Neymar. I just remembered it was Neymar.
Oh, good. That makes sense.